Welcome to Ellis B. Feaster's Radio Air Check and Classic TV channel.
It's 20 minutes before 12. This is Ron King, WOR-FM 2020 News. New York detectives arrested 11 persons in connection with alleged bomb threats against department stores. Sources say one of those arrested was Robert Collier. He served 21 months in a federal prison after being convicted with 3 others in 1965. Former President and General Dwight David Eisenhower is to be laid to rest in Abilene, Kansas this afternoon. That story next on WOR-FM 2020 News.
This is Barney's advised appearance of budding young football players, pie-eating contest winners, and sumo wrestlers. I'm Roger Day.
Sumo wrestlers. I'm Jack Jay, and our advice is to take your husky boy, if he's between 7 and 14, to the Husky Club at Barneys. If he's older than that, he can get there himself.
The young husky, be he short or tall or just plain husky, will find there a selection of fitting fashions that'll boggle the mind.
And bedazzle the parent. Specially proportioned 6-button double-breasted sport jackets, for instance, in checks and plaids and twills, and 2-button slimline suits with suppressed waists.
And slimming 6- and 8-button double-breasted suits, cords, gabardines, mohairs, stripes, plaids.
And specially proportioned flare bottom pants in plaids and checks. Indeed, Barney's treats every husky like a regular guy.
And Barney's treats every parent to value.
Alterations by experts in fitting huskies are free. The salesmen are superb, parking is free, and the selections are legion at 7th Avenue and 17th Street.
So take your young athlete and select, don't settle at Barney's.
And win.
Former President Dwight Eisenhower will be laid to rest in Abilene, Kansas, near the site of his childhood home this afternoon. Another letter between James Earl Ray and the late Judge W. Preston Battle could pave the way for a new trial for the confessed assassin. In South Vietnam, there were about 20 rocket and mortar attacks against Allied targets during the night. Only scattered ground fighting is reported. Observers see the relative quiet as reinforcing suggestions that the Communist Command may be re-evaluating its situation. One sharp fight that has occurred involved fewer than 100 U.S. infantrymen against the North Vietnamese force estimated at more than twice that size. The Americans fought off the enemy with the help of helicopter gunships and fighter bombers. No U.S. casualties and nearly 50 enemy are reported killed. French President de Gaulle outlined to his cabinet today what he and President Nixon talked about in Washington earlier this week. We have learned that former Mayor Robert Wagner has decided not to enter the Democratic mayoral contest. It was just last week that Wagner hinted he might enter the race, and the opinion was he would have been the man to defeat incumbent Republican John Lindsay. The Penn Central's Metro line began direct service between New York and Washington this morning. The train eliminated stops at Newark, Trenton, Philadelphia, Wilmington, and Baltimore. The Metro liner, now combining speeds above 100 miles an hour with parlor car elegance, makes the trip to Washington in 2.5 hours. Improvements, however, will increase the train speed to 160 miles an hour and further shorten the trip. Our City Hall contacts tell us the new 4-platoon police system is expected to be in full operation by the end of next month, when summer recreational facilities officially open. A gunfight in a West Harlem bar early this morning has hospitalized 1 man and a woman bystander. Police say the incident occurred when 38-year-old Clifford Bentley of Newark, New Jersey, and 31-year-old Robert Ellis exchanged gunfire in the bar. In sports, Philadelphia kept its hopes alive in National Basketball Association playoffs. It beat Boston last night, 119-116. San Diego whipped Atlanta 104-97. The NBA Milwaukee Bucks are expected to announce the signing of UCLA's Lou Alcindor late this afternoon in Los Angeles. A Kentucky assistant, Joe Hall, is expected to be named head basketball coach at St. Louis University. He will succeed resigned Joel Bramer. In baseball, the Washington Senators cut veteran pitcher Bruce Howard, and Billy Casper will miss this week's Greensboro Open golf tourney. He's being treated for a rash. WOR-FM, first in New York with 2020 News.
I'm Sammy the Sound Man.
Right, Sammy. I represent the local Pontiac dealers, and my problem is that I'd like you to give me a certain sound so when anyone hears it, they'll think of their local Pontiac dealer.
Got the sound for you.
What's that?
That's the sound of a camera shutter taking a picture of the average car buyer with his Pontiac GTO, his Grand Prix, his Le Mans, and his Catalina, featuring a big smile on his face because of the great deal he got from his Pontiac dealer.
Well, the sound part of the idea is fine, Sammy, but the average car buyer doesn't own all those Pontiacs.
So we'll touch up the picture.
Pontiac, the car, and the dealer. Just ahead of more music and Sebastian Stone, New York weather mostly cloudy and mild with showers this afternoon, highs in the 60s, clearing and turning colder tonight, lows in the 30s. The temperature in Queens 60, the Bronx 59, Brooklyn 60, Staten Island 59, and in Newark 60. Right now, Midtown 59 degrees. This is Ron King, WOR-FM 2020 News. That's what's happening today, April 2nd, 1969. April 2nd, 1965.
We're gonna lose that girl. We're gonna lose that.
Ladies and gentlemen, memory.